today's program, Men, Matters and Reflection, on this prestigious television station, Umatan Wasatan Television. As a regular presenter, I am Idris Olariwaju. And like you know, that this program, we have a regular host, and there is no other person than our Habib, Madam Abdulrazak Abdul Wahab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That is the voice of our topic, so Habib. And by way of opening the topic, Ramadan is a sacred month, as we believe. But what exactly do we need to know about Ramadan?
Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala. All glory belongs to Allah. We thank Allah as we are expecting Ramadan to come in a few days' time. Some things are necessary for us as believers to know. It's very, very important that we know the gift of Ramadan. You know, if someone gives you something as a gift and you don't know it, the meaning, you will not be able to appreciate it appropriately. But for us to first of all, be able to appreciate the gift of Ramadan, we must be able to tell us what is the meaning and how Ramadan become a gift for the Muslims as believers generally. Ramadan is a special month. Just like we used to have special time by which Allah swear, say by Asr. So I swear by the time of Asr. One lady, I swear by the night. One nahar, I swear by the day. One fajr, I swear by fajr. All this kind of is pointing to a particular time to us. So Allah used to swear with His creation, calling our attention to it. That this is very, very important. In fact, Allah even used to swear by the star. فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَوَاقِعِ النُّجُومِ وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ. I swear by the stars. And he is telling us that this swearing is big. Only if you know. Why did he make such swear? Such a swearing? Is because we want to describe Quran for us. Say, وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ. So when Allah wants to call our attention to something very important, He swear by it. But in the case of Ramadan, He just directly pinpointed to us. He has told us that He has 12 months. In عِدَّةَ الشُّهُورِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ إِثْنَا عَشَرَ الشَّهْرَ فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ. He said the number of months with Allah is 12 months. يَوْمَ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. The day Allah created the heaven and the earth, He has programmed that we are going to have 12 months make one year. This time around, we are going to lunar months. So, He said, Minya Arba'atu Urum. There are 4 sacred months among them. That is Dhul-Qadda, Dhul-Hijjah, Muharram. Then Muharram. Then we have Rajab. In all the months, these 4 months are above others. Just like we have so many prophets, then we have angels, we have messengers who are above them. Then among the messengers of Allah, we have a particular people who are mentioned in the Quran, but 25 of them. Among them, we now have 5 who are referred to as Ulul Azms, people of well determination. Then among them we have two people of excellence. That is Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And between the two, we have one who is the leader of all, and who is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The same applies to the months. Among all the months, we have what we refer to as Arba'atu Urum, the 4 sacred months, as I've mentioned. Now, in all these months, Ramadan is above all. So Ramadan is a special gift Allah bestow on the Ummah of the Prophet. Among all days, that we have Juma, that Friday, Yom Juma, above all days. Then so also, among all nights, He has given us Laylatul Qadr as a favor. Above all nights, the Quran mentioned this night is in Ramadan. He said it's worth more than 1,000 months without it. So Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alf shahr. My 1,000 months minus Laylatul Qadr is less in value with Allah, to tell us the importance of and this Laylatul Qadr, the night of majesty, is in Ramadan. So Ramadan is a gift for us, and that is why Allah has to tell us that man soma Ramadana imana wa ihtisaba. Whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, Iman, being faithful, being obedience, keeping the rules of Allah, and is very watchful for seeking reward from Allah. Allah promised him that Ghufrallahu ma taqaddama min zambi. Allah will forgive all the past sins he has committed. He has given so many advantages of Ramadan for us. But the reality is that the truth is that Ramadan is a gift for us. For every deed there, worth more than any deed in any other month. If you do sadaqah there, is more rewarding than sadaqah in any other month. If you pray there, the prayer there is more rewarding than any other. It is true. The Quran has told us that ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you believe, kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. We have prescribed fasting for you as it has been prescribed for those before you, so that you may attain piety. But specifically say shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran hudan lin-nasi wa bayyinatin min al-huda. So the month of Ramadan is the month in which that special book that no corruption can enter it, Al-Quran, has been sent down in this particular month. So an enter is Ramadan, he will tell you that if you fast in it, is better for you than any other thing. So Ramadan is a gift from Allah for the all believers because of Muhammad, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, the time we spend is shorter than so many other prophets, but we are giving a worthy ibadah that will meet up others, and that is Ramadan. We're human beings, so nobody has been given a body that does not eat. So we eat. We have not been given a body that will not eat. We have not been given. So if people go to the market, buy things, food stuff and whatever, it's part of preparation. It's part of preparation. But there are real preparation. Real preparations lies in preparing your soul. Preparing your soul. Fasting has an aim, and the aim is to acquire piety. We know that every days of Ramadan is holy days. Holy, H-O-L-Y, holy days. Every days in Ramadan is holy days. So what makes it holy is not the food that we are going to consume. No. It's the value of that day that is ingrained in the fasting. So the preparation we really have to do is preparing our soul down. Preparing our soul to be able to meet the requirements, to meet the goal. Now, when we want to prepare, Allah Ta'ala, when he was we can borrow this ayah of the Quran, which Allah used for those who are preparing to go on pilgrimage, Hajj, to make Hajj. He said, "Fatazawwadu fa'inna khayra zadi at-taqwa." Say, prepare. If you are going for Hajj now, you make so many preparation, material, whatever. So, but the best preparation is taqwa. That means be ready to acquire piety. That is, refrain from what Allah does not want, and then make yourself worthy of Allah's what I can say. I mean, make yourself be a worthy Khalifa, of a worthy vicegerent of Allah on earth. And in order for you to do that, you have to first of all identify what are your shortcomings that you don't want to pass over to the next months after Ramadan. Check your shortcomings. Are you the type that talk too much? Are you the type that lies? Are you the type that backbites? Do you have greed? Do you have self-aggrandizement? Are you arrogant? All these kind of things, they are heart disease of the heart. And if this disease is no more in your heart, then piety will be able to enter into your soul. So it's preparing your soul to be able to acquire piety, require that identifying those diseases that you know yourself for. Maybe peace quiet. Don't in Ramadan, Shaitan, just as the Prophet told us, that Shaitan has been tied. It has been tied. So don't assist Shaitan. Don't give Shaitan food. All this disease we have in our heart: greediness, selfishness, stinginess, corruption, arrogancy, self-conceitedness. These are disease. Love of the world, eating too much food, they are disease. All these, they are disease. This disease, they are what Shaitan feed on. They reside within us in our soul. Until you get it cleared, before you now witness a special nur, special light, or Allah Ta'ala strengthening your spirit with his ruh. The Quran always say that that we strengthen them from me with ruh from us. That is for those who have cleared themselves of this death, that don't allow Shaitan to feed on it. When your heart is cleared and you are prepared to get it cleared, and then you now enter to Ramadan prepared, ready to fight Shaitan from allowing what you have cleared off your heart to come into the place again. So these are the means by which you can prepare. You can prepare for yourself. I want to add here that Ramadan is like a spiritual alchemy. I think people who are people of chemistry, the science of turning a certain metal like lead into gold. I hope if you can understand this. The science is what referred to as alchemy. Then, we all human being, I can say, have what referred to as SIM in our hearts. We have SIM, just like SIM card we have in our phone. We have SIM in our hearts. The Quran has told, it was referring to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا, he said, that's how Allah Ta'ala, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا, I'm forgetting the ayah directly, but the ayah is referring to the fact that Allah bestowed on Prophet Muhammad ﷺ Ruhan min amrina. He said, we are the one who have bestowed ruhu out of our order for you. And he now referred to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Ma kunta tadri mal kitabu wal iman." You don't know about faith before. You don't know about books, the Quran before. Walakin ja'alnahu nuran nahdi bihi man nasha'u min ibadina. But Allah has made it light for you. He has made it light for anybody he wants. So what this refers to is that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the seal that has been put in him, which is godly spirit. The Quran said that after our creation, he said, when far to feel in the roh, we breathe spirit to you. The spirit is what we refer to as the SIM card. That's what I bring it to a layman understanding. SIM card. But that SIM card must be given network so that it can link up with God. But as for us, as for the prophet, he has a way of giving them this network. But as for us, he has given us a way that we can go. All prophet of God, you only can see anybody appointed as prophet that Abu Nafsul Amara, that is soul that command to Eve. All prophet of Allah start their prophethood or start being a prophet with the soul which we refer to as Nafsul Ma'inna, the soul that is at rest, accept Allah's orders and ready to abide by it. But as for us human beings, other human beings, we are to move from Nafsul Amara, that is evil soul, to another Keda, Nafsul Awama, which Quran refers to as La Uqsimu bi Yawmil Qiyamah wa La Uqsimu bi Nafsil Awama. Then Mulhima Falama, Nafs that blame itself. Now we now have Mutma'inna. But for us to get to Mutma'inna, there is a kind of alchemy that takes place. That is, we are to transform spiritually ourselves to a kind of metal. The prophets are like magnets. Or let me to say that being attracted towards God is like a magnet attracting iron. I mean metal. So for us to get attracted or to get linked with the source that is Allah, it means that there is a kind of spiritual alchemy, transformation. That is, after clearing ourselves from the death of the soul, Allah made piety to descend on us, and when piety descends on us, we are like a metal. And when we attain, when we become matter like iron, then we are attracted towards God. What I'm saying here is that Allah Ta'ala will make us to hate anything He forbid. وَكَرَّ إِلَيْكُمُ الْكُفْرَ وَالْفُسُوقَ وَالْعِصْيَانَ. You get it? That it makes us to hate kufru, that is ingratitude towards God. Then wal-fusuq, it makes us to hate being hard-hearted. Wal-isyan, it makes us to hate sin. When all these things were able to hate it, then the Quran said, Ulaika umurashidun. They will not be guided. What I'm saying here is that all these signs or alchemy, I'm saying that Ramadan, when we try to prepare for it and we are making our way through, we are going to become another, we become real human being. When I mean real human being, we are transcending animalhood towards humanness. You get it? And through that, we are going to be attracted towards God. And that means that we become a being that is honored by Allah. I'm trying to go through the hadith which you have just quoted now. That when from one Ramadan to another, it's going to clear your sins. And then some people fast, they don't fast. It's like if they are fasting, they are refusal to eat food and drink water. It's just mere taste and hunger. It's not fasting. This is because those people do not really appreciate the spirit of fasting and they don't obey the rule of fasting. You get it? But for example, a person that fasts and keep backbiting or tell lies or go to court and swear false swearing, or a person that fasts and disobey his parents, or a person that fasts and do not even bother to clear his soul of greediness and all those diseases. So, those ones are the people, no matter, the hunger pang or the level of test, it does not transform them, their spirit, their body only suffers. And just I want you to know is that there is a correlation between fasting in Ramadan, for example, and soul. The soul is like a driver, and Ramadan itself is like a vehicle. A soul, which a person is a driver. The driver must know the route well and must take care of all the potholes on the route so that he doesn't destroy the vehicle and harm himself. You get what I'm saying? So anybody who is fasting is expected to take caution to know this is the route, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what can harm me if I drive wrongly. You get it? So the soul itself is like a driver. Why Ramadan or fasting itself is like a vehicle. It's like a vehicle. If you don't fast as it's supposed to be, you don't maintain your vehicle very well. Where you're supposed to put water, supposed to put oil, grease, all these things. If you refuse to do that, the vehicle will break down.
Sure.
And the soul itself as driver. If you refuse to take care of that soul, the soul will not drive, the driver will not move the vehicle forward.
Because you'll not be energetic.
Exactly. So there is a kind of correlation, and that is why anybody that fasts must know that his fasting is not just mere subjecting body to deprivation, but it's a kind of spiritual link to God. We are spiritual beings. That's why we have dream. We are communicated from the above. It means there's something in us called intuition or spirit that make us to see some things that's from the celestial world. So fasting itself is a vehicle for our soul to move. So when you collapse or you destroy your soul, you destroy your soul with disease, or you destroy your vehicle by backbiting and whatever, you end up not fasting. It's just a mere hunger strike. Well, we are just to be like a physician. If a physician diagnose his patient and then give appropriate treatment. With this, the Quran has already stated that so that we may acquire piety. And we know the meaning of piety is that you do away with what Allah doesn't like, both outside and inside. Then you now become a changed being. You get it? For example, the Quran is saying Allah anzala hadisi kitaban mutashabiha mathani min takshiru bil julud alladhina amanu thumma talinu juluduhum wa qulubuhum ila dhikrillah. I think if you get this ayah well, said Allah sends a very beautiful message, and the Quran is invited to get it right. He said it's going to remove your outer skin and remove your outer soul and replace it with a new skin and a new soul that is joined to Allah. It's an ayah of the Quran. ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله. And if we say remove the outer skin, is a kind of metaphor. What he's saying here is that you acquire piety. You become a changed human being. How do you now do that? I want to go to the word of Hassan al-Basri. It's a word of wisdom. For you to make you acquire piety, Hassan al-Basri first of all said that since the time I know that nobody can stop my risk, my provision in life, that is what my wealth, anything that I'm supposed to have, nobody can take it. Since then, I've understood that I have to rely on Allah and do things as supposed to be. Don't seek any other means, corrupt means to feed myself, or to wear, or to sponsor my children. You get it? The Quran has already told us that Linus and Luca is called Nano Suka wal Akibatu. That we don't ask you to provide, we provide for you. So Sheikh Hassan Basri, that is his first analysis. Then secondly, he said that since he has known that his ibadah, that is worship, is a vehicle through which he will attain nearness to God, and nobody can do it for him. He has decided to leave every matter to Allah and concentrate more on satisfying God through worship. These are the way we can acquire piety. Then thirdly is that he said that since the time he knows that Allah is watchful over him on everything he does, he has been very careful to do things that will make himself to be ashamed in front of Allah. For example, the Quran say, "Oh, then Allah kulli shay." He said, "It's Allah that has created everything." Oh, Allah kulli shay wakil, and He watch over everything. Allah watch over everything. So because of that, he said, "I'm ashamed to do anything that can cause shame for me in front of Allah, because I know that for everything I do, nothing escapes Allah. He watch over me." So that's the way you can acquire piety. Then he said, since I know that I'm going to be accountable or answerable to Allah after my death, since then I have kept watch on every action of mine in such a way that it's going to be the one that's going to be in favor for me with Allah. I think with these four things, which is advice of Sheikh Hassan al-Basri, you'll be able to understand there's no need for us to pursue means of sustenance that is haram. You get it? Either to feed ourselves or to feed our family. The Quran said, وَإِنْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ إِلَّا عِنْدَنَا أَزَائِلُهُ وَمَا يُنَزِّلُهُ إِلَّا بِقَدْرٍ مَعْلُومٍ. There's nothing in this life except that Allah has decreed on everything on it. The amount of food we are going to eat is known by Allah. You get? Then he said, وَمَا يُنَزِّلُهُ إِلَّا بِقَدْرٍ مَعْلُومٍ. Nobody is going to have anything except with desired amount that Allah has planned that this is your own. No matter, there is no need for any money rituals. No need for any corruption of stealing another person's property. The more you do that, the more you corrupt your soul. So for us to acquire piety, it means that keep to the advice of the Sheikh Hassan al-Basri, Imam Hassan al-Basri, anyway, to be able to acquire the stated piety. That is, obey Allah in all ramification. Feel ashamed of yourselves to disobey Him. This heaven is a screen on us. It takes us. It's like we are being recorded for everything, and we should be ashamed. And you know you are accountable to Allah at all time. Anytime you are called back to Him. Just a concluding part. I will advise the viewers at home to take to make use of their time judiciously. We have told us about the importance of Ramadan and how these days are sacred days, different from any other days. Now, we have our ibadah, our daily salawats. We must pray very well. We must engage in recitation of the Quran. Serious recitation of the Quran, not just reciting it, trying to understand it. Attend lectures. Not lectures for where people are acting theater for mediocre. No, drama. I mean serious lecture or tafsir. So inspiring lectures. Try to be in attendance if you are called upon for such lectures. Attend lectures. Spend your time to think yourselves and how to move yourself forward. Identify your wrongs and how to do away with it. You know, I want to advise us that our time is our lifespan. Our time is our lifespan. One of the wise men said, our lifespan is like our capital. Our capital. People say time is our lifespan. For any time you cry, a child is being born or a baby is being born and just cried, then his time started counting. Quran said, "Iktaraba linnasi hisabuhum wa hum fi ghafilatin mu'ridun." That every men go close to their accountability, death. But they don't know. For every breathing in and out, you are reducing. It's been minus from the day that will be decreed for you. So your time is very, very much important. Don't waste time going to go and play card, your next week game. I'm not saying some things with it fasting, but you are. Let me say it's like you are wasting your time. You are not making use of the judicious time you have. Who knows who is going to witness the next Ramadan? Why can't you make use of it? So your time is your lifespan. It's really your lifespan. How you use your time, how you spend it in ibadah, how you try to avoid your sins, that is your lifespan. And your lifespan is the capital you have invested in with Allah, which you are going to meet.
But what if I decided to just be sleeping? At least I'm not. Okay, by that way,
it shows on seriousness. That idleness shows on seriousness. A person who gives herself to just sleeping. In fact, in Ramadan there are 3 things you must avoid.
Okay.
1, you must sleep less. I mean, you must sleep less, talk less, and eat less.
Allahu Akbar.
These are the 3 antidotes. If you are sleeping too much, then you fail. You fail your time and the precious values of Ramadan. And if you talk too much, you filtrate a lot of things you're fasting. And then if you eat too much, you just become weak. Weak. You'll not be able to spend times doing ibadah. I think I want to urge all the viewers at home to please take precautions, settle down, and plan on how to make the best use of the coming Ramadan. I pray in advance, Ramadan Kareem.